In this video, I am going to show you how I would go about the process of gluing paper onto one of my book covers. So the first thing that I did was to protect the surface of my work area with some wax paper. That way I don't really have to worry about getting glue on my table and potentially messing it up. I also already have my paper cut to size. My paper cut to size, and I've already cut my book board and I've sanded the edges here. You can see that they're not sharp, so that way there's no possibility of them poking through my oftentimes delicate decorative paper. So what I'm going to do is put the glue down approximately where I believe it's going to go. I'm going to make some glue art here to make myself happy. And then what I'm going to do is to use my brush to spread it around. I can use a regular old paintbrush here, or I can use foam brush. Either way is going to be fine. I just want to get my glue on there. I think generally you want to put the glue on the thinner surface as opposed to the thicker surface. And here decorative paper is going to be thinner than my book board and more delicate, so we're going to glue that first. I'm going to gently place my board on my paper and turn it over like so, and then this is where my bone folder comes in, and I'm going to smooth it out here, kind of working from the middle all the way out to the ends to try to get rid of any air pockets or bubbles that might disrupt the look that I'm going for in my book. If I want to be really careful, maybe I'll even run my bone folder gently along the edges to kind of set up the process of folding that comes next. All right, so we're going to flip it over, and when you're working with a book cover, you want to cut off your four corners at 45-degree edges. So I don't think I put my scissors here with me. I'll grab those real quick. And here I can just kind of eyeball it, but what I want to make sure that I do, I don't want to cut all the way next to my book board. I want to leave like maybe 1/4 of an inch so that it's easy to fold my paper after. So I'm going to cut about like that. You don't necessarily have to be scientific about it. You're just making things easier on yourself. All right, so you can see I've got maybe 1/4 of an inch. Everything's cut roughly at 45-degree angles here. And then we are ready to do the next step of the glue. Once again, I'm going to apply my glue to the more delicate side of things first, and I'm going to go ahead and do both the top and bottom at the same time. Here is especially where I want to have my surface protected. So this is where the wax paper part's pretty useful, because I can go ahead and distribute my glue thoroughly without messing up my work surface. All right, and then when I'm ready to turn things over, I'm usually going to find more success if I start in the middle, you know, kind of persuade it to turn down. And then I'll do this side as well. Again, working from the middle to the outside, you know, kind of fussing over it a little bit. This also is going to help make a cleaner crease if I go ahead and use my bone folder right here, or if I've got good fingernails, I can even make it here. But turning in this little corner is going to make the next fold that much cleaner. And that's another reason why you want to have your 45-degree angle shouldn't be right next to the cardboard, because it'll be harder to get this turned in corner look, like so. All right, and then from here, we're just going to kind of repeat the same process. No need to overdo the glue. And spread it around. Okay. And so same thing we did before, we're gonna just kind of work from the middle all the way out to the end. And we'll do that again over here. Just being kind of fussy about the whole thing. You want to make it as precise and neat as you possibly can. All right, and I honestly think that that looks pretty good. So my next step is just going to be to find some end papers that are properly aligned to just cover this portion of my board so that my naked cardboard is not showing to my audience.